A career that ended before it began. Michael Johnson was supposed to be the future of Manchester City. Not as a squad player, nor as a rotation option, but as a star. Born in 1988, Johnson was a product of the Leeds United, Feyenoord, Crewe Alexandra, Liverpool, Everton, and Manchester City youth academies. Johnson rose through City's academy at a time when the club was still searching for identity. By 2006, he made his senior debut at City. Tall, elegant, technically gifted, and composed far beyond his years. By 18, he was already bossing Premier League midfields. In the 2007 to 2008 season, Michael Johnson announced himself to English football. He scored 7 goals from midfield. He dominated games with ease, and he was named Manchester City Young Player of the Year. Pundits even compared him to Patrick Vieira, and England fans expected a future international captain. That was the level of poise and composure he commanded on the pitch. At just 19, the Manchester City star looked unstoppable. Johnson scored his first goal for City in a 1-0 win over Derby County on the 15th of August 2007 at the City of Manchester Stadium, the first home league goal City had scored since the new year. Johnson spent the end of 2007 and early 2008 out of the team with an abdominal injury which required him to go through a double hernia operation. He returned to action on the 29th of February 2008, playing the full 90 minutes in City's goalless home draw with Wigan. Johnson finished the 2007 to 2008 season with 2 goals. The 2008 to 2009 season started in good form for Johnson. He linked up well with players like Stephen Ireland and Elano in the first few matches of the season. But unfortunately, this form didn't last, as afterwards, Johnson failed to feature for nearly a year due to a recurrence of his abdominal injury after City's League Cup defeat by Brighton and Hove Albion on the 24th of September 2008. He didn't return for nearly 7 months when he played for the reserve team in April. Johnson finally made a return to action in City's pre-season match against South African team Orlando Pirates during the Vodacom Challenge. But disaster struck again as he was ruled out for the next match because he picked up a strain in the warm-up. Johnson didn't make another appearance until in the 2009 to 2010 season on the 28th of September 2009 in a 3-1 victory over West Ham United, where he came on as a sub for Gareth Barry. On 28 October, Johnson scored his first goal in over a year in a League Cup tie against Scunthorpe United. On 10th December 2009, Manchester City announced that Johnson had suffered a serious knee injury in training, which ruled him out of action until the end of the season. On 27th July 2011, Johnson signed a season-long loan deal with Leicester City, managed by former Manchester City manager Sven-Göran Eriksson. Unfortunately again, this loan spell ended prematurely in January 2012, as he sustained another injury after making only 9 appearances for the club. In January 2013, it was reported that Johnson had been released from Manchester City prior to 25th December 2012. This saw him make only 4 appearances for City in his final 5 years of his contract, playing his final match in a League Cup tie against Scunthorpe United in 2009. He couldn't make an appearance for the team in the last 3 campaigns that saw his contract out. The apparent demise of his promising career was lamented by a number of those that had worked with him. Former Manchester City teammate Dietmar Hamann described him as an outstanding midfielder that reminded him of his Germany teammate Michael Ballack. Also, his former manager Eriksson said that Johnson was an excellent player. Everyone thought he would become the next big star for England. City manager Roberto Mancini said, "A guy with a big talent. I am sad for him." Behind the scenes, the Urmston, Greater Manchester-born star was fighting something far more dangerous than torn ligaments. He suffered from severe depression, a condition that quietly consumed his confidence, motivation, and sense of self. While fans waited for his return after injuries, Johnson struggled to even leave his house. Training sessions became unbearable. Pressure became suffocating. Football, once his escape, became his enemy. He later admitted he wasn't living. He was just existing. In an interview with the Manchester Evening News following his release from Manchester City, he stated that he had been under treatment for several years by the Priory Clinic for mental health problems. Johnson added that he would be grateful if he could now be left alone to live the rest of my life. In 2012, at just 24 years old, Michael Johnson officially retired from professional football. No farewell match, no packed stadium, just silence. Manchester City transformed into a global powerhouse during this period. New stars arrived, titles were won, and Michael Johnson, once the future, was forgotten. Michael Johnson's career didn't fail because of lack of talent. It ended because football, for a long time, didn't know how to protect its own. A reminder that not every injury is visible, not every battle is on the pitch, and not every retirement is a choice. Some footballers lose their careers before they ever get the chance to live them.